the Magnacon system to be color coded. So essentially it's very visual. It is very easy to see what the market is doing just by looking at the colors of the different indicators. And with this, we are going to get very high probability trades. We are going to win much more than we lose. And at the end of the day, this just means making money. This is what the Magnacon system looks like. It's a pretty colorful system. It's got a black background. The indicators really jump off the page. So we are able to see very well whether we should be buying or selling. This is a nice system. It's really easy to follow. It's easy to look at. And I think just by looking at the image itself, by looking at the chart, you get a pretty good idea of how this system is going to work. This is the trigger indicator. We can see when we get a sell signal, and we can see when we get a buy signal. The first one is a sell signal, and the sell signal here happens when the price drops below this average and it goes from green to red. We need that indicator to start out being green. When the market moves below it, the indicator turns red, and we see that on the left side of the candle. And the buy signal here is when the indicator starts out red, the market moves above it, closes above that indicator, and that indicator turns green. So we've got the sell signal, we've got the buy signal. This is trend following, and we're going to take advantage of three different kinds of trends. We've got the long-term trend, the medium-term trend, and the short-term trend. And ideally, we want to see all three of these trends come together, telling us the same thing. So we have that confluence between the different market conditions. We want to stay out of trades when the long-term trend and the short-term trend don't quite agree. We have a conflict there. So the idea isn't to catch every trade. The idea is to catch the profitable trades, the one that are going to give us the biggest opportunities for success. All the indicators are separated. We have the price above the trigger indicator, and now we get our first signal. So the price comes back, it moves below the trigger indicator, turning the trigger indicator red. We are in the green phase as far as the filter goes throughout this whole process, and then we get that long opportunity at the close of this candle. So our entry would be at the close of the candle, and our stop loss would go underneath, and we'd be looking for a 1-to-1. So our 1-to-1 would be right in here. So we'd have this nice trade. And in the case of an uptrend, we're looking for that trend indicator to be green. We're looking for that filter indicator to be green. We're looking for that trigger indicator to be green. And then we're looking for a pullback where the trigger turns red, and we can see that in here. If I zoom in just a little bit, we can see that in here. The trigger turns red, and then the price continues with that trend direction. We get some really beautiful trades out of this. Hey there, we have got a setup for a short trade on the Australian dollar US dollar. This is the 1 hour time frame. Right now, all the indicators are telling me that we have a potential short. So the wavy histogram on the chart is red. Underneath, the bars are red. And the indicator that's the solid line has turned green, and now it's turning back to red. So when this candle closes, I will be looking for a short trade. So I'm going to put the video on pause, and when that happens, I'll be back. So I've entered the trade. We did get the close in the proper place. The indicator had turned red, and we are in this trade. The stop loss is placed. The 1-to-1 take profit is placed. And now all there is left to do is wait and see what happens. If I get a chance to manage the trade, I will. Otherwise, we are going to see the price smash through the target. And when that is the case, I will return. That was a very nice trade. The price didn't have any trouble. It went straight to the take profit. And on this trade, we ended up with a nice $322 win. This was a very simple, very straightforward, very clear and easy to understand trade using the Magnacon trading system. Hey there, I'm looking at the Euro USD. This is a 1 hour time frame, and I've got a setup to go long, and potentially a trade is going to happen on this candle. All the criteria are met. We've got this waving indicator in the middle of the price is green. We've got the bars underneath the price, they're also green, and this line has turned from green to red. And now we're just waiting for this one candle to close, and as the line has turned back to green, the close of this candle will have us in a long trade. So I'm going to put the video on pause, and I'll come back if we get that long signal. All right, so we did get the signal to go long, and at this point, I've entered the trade. The stop loss is placed, the take profit is placed, and right now, all we can do is just sit back and let this trade play out. So as this trade plays out and we get taken out, either by the stop loss or our take profit gets hit, I will come back and we'll see how this trade worked. As you can see, this trade worked out magnificently. We had a little bit of a pullback along the way, but it was okay. We were never in any danger of getting stopped out, and we did hit the take profit on this. It was about 60 pips, and on this trade we made $595. We did have to wait for a little while for this market to move, but it moved well and it didn't threaten our stop loss at any point in the trade. This was a very nice, very successful buy trade on the Euro USD, again the 1 hour time frame, all courtesy of the Magnacon trading system.